Hey guys, it's Jian here, and today I wanted to go over a game that I played earlier today, which I lost, and I want to go over with you guys because I think there's a lot to be learned from stuff like this. So I think not only will it help me improve, but also share it with you guys. Level 1, we didn't invade with Blitzcrank, and they were probably gonna stack or something similar. So we luckily get the Camille level 1. And oh no, that was Lucian. So everything is fine level 1 for us. Here I considered if I should just flash Q into the Camille and just pop the ignite. I hesitated though because I wasn't sure if I wanted to give both sums out this early. And we fast forward a little bit here. I buy a dagger and I come back to lane. And you'll see this, but I already make a mistake here when I walk the lane because I end up getting hit by Sylas's E when he wave clears with it. I probably should have stood behind my caster minions when I was throwing my Q out so I wouldn't get hit. I tried to chase him, but he was pretty good at juking. Nothing to be done there. I fight for level 2 because I wanted to place that ward on Raptors, and Sylas is very weak early. But it turns out Camille was 2 camps ganking bot. Because we see that Raptors is still up, so I think it was 1 camp actually. I do whatever poke I can here. And yeah, bot lane's already losing really hard. I tried to time my Q with my last hit timing, or with his last hit timing. He gets 3 before me, but really, as long as I'm behind minions, he doesn't pose a really big threat. I thought he would walk up there, so I W'd. Here, I should have pressured a bit harder when he was getting cannon. Happens. Unfortunately, here bot gets dived and Lucian gets a double kill, but it's okay. And I'm trying to stack a wave into Sylas, but unfortunately it doesn't go as planned. The Sylas matchup for Yone is basically if you dodge the E, then he has no threats, really. And Fiddlesticks gets caught here. Instead of chasing all the way, I should have just immediately turned to push because Akali isn't there and there's no way I'm able to rotate faster than Camille. So if I was shoving this earlier, then first of all, the wave wouldn't be so messed up. And also Sylas would lose a bit, and I actually do get ganked and die here. Oh, never mind. I'm forgetting things. But yeah, here Thresh comes, and if I shoved that wave in earlier, it probably would have been fine. I do outplay though, because I know Lethal Temple here is really strong. But as you can see, Camille comes anyways after getting Scuttle and just kills me. Not a bad buy though, because I do have Berserkers and daggers, and the wave is pretty favored for me.
An ally has been slain.
On a cliff by the sea, I found the strangest spirit.
I set up a freeze because there aren't any wow, I definitely should have froze that, but it's fine. Sorry, I played this earlier, so I don't remember what exactly happened. Like, I played at least 5 games after this. Here, did Camille show? That's interesting though. I was very certain that she was gonna show on here, but I guess I couldn't expect that in time. There was the chance of an outplay if I was able to dodge the E, but didn't seem possible.
I thought death would grant me
Fiddlesticks is pretty nice here. He helps me set up a freeze on my turret.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm not here to save your
Just thinning it out a tiny bit.
I will save you from yourself.
Because we don't know where Sylas is right now. But I think he just came back from base. I keep the freeze because there's no reason not to. I like to keep freezes against melee champions. And here I took the E because I thought if I got hit, I could trade back really easily and just kill him because he has no dodges anymore. But then for some reason that bursted me for like 380 and absolutely nuked my health bar. I had no idea that he was going to do that much damage. So it was pretty scuffed, and I didn't even notice that Fiddlesticks was coming. I think I was too focused, so I probably could have walked up a bit. Let's go for the R. I see it coming. I go for the R, but then only after I press R, I see that Camille's coming, and then I realize that I just absolutely inted. And unfortunately, the silence from Fiddlesticks ran out as well. But Fiddlesticks is a good guy, so he helped me shove another wave. I mean, freeze another wave. At this point, though, I'm pretty tilted because it's kind of annoying for me. But I think I was still optimistic because I think it was still winnable. And I thought Camille would for sure turn up there, but Akali got solo killed anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter. So I set up another freeze. I'm just hoping to make Sylas lose as many minions as possible. I have a 10 CS advantage, but it doesn't really matter.
Fear, once named, controls no one.
I'm still pretty sure I win all ins right now. And he can't really rotate except for bot, but I kind of just don't let him take any minions.
An ally has been slain.
I do realize that I need to thin out the wave a little bit. Here I E'd because I thought he was for sure going to try to E on me. Luckily, I was able to dodge the E or else I was immediately dead. But at first, I thought Camille was going to try to go top first instead of mid. But I guess I was getting camped pretty hard. Camille's Empower Q comes in. And good for me, I was able to dodge his E and kill Sylas. I like to take Ignite instead of TP because I feel like the kill pressure is just better. Most of the time, I get into situations where they live off of 1 HP and later on just win because of their Ignite advantage sometimes. And for me, I feel like I'm only a strong player when I'm able to have leads. I'm not very good at playing when I'm behind. So I tend to grab Ignite just to help me get more kill pressure. I think we can skip this a little bit.
Carve a way out.
At this point, the game's still completely winnable for us. There's no real reason for me to be shoving right now. It just makes me... I'm not even sure why I was shoving. It just makes me more prone to jungle ganks. Especially since Camille is such a high-risk jungler, or you could even think of it as a Nocturne R. So I feel like I shouldn't be shoving up very often this game, which I end up doing quite a lot.
I do what must be done.
And I realized that here, which is why I stopped shoving.
An enemy has been slain.
Unfortunately, bot ends up dying again.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy slain.
And here, I probably could have chose to shove in the wave, because we know where Camille is, and probably get Scuttle for some extra gold. Here, I make a mechanical error because I, for some reason, thought I was able to sidestep that, but just eat in the poor direction. Probably could have QW'd there too.
Haunted power behind polite fictions.
And I see this fight going on between Aatrox and Akali in top, so I rotate here. But unlucky, I get shoved out by the blast cone. And I should have put Ignite on Aatrox, but I fat fingered it, I think. It was just very unlucky that I happened to eat the blast cone, and Camille was able to there to stun me. It wasn't a very long game, but 06 compensates for taking Drake since Camille was top.
Feeling their true name.
An ally has been
Unfortunate
slain.
for top lane.
An ally has
I
been
think I could have
slain.
shoved a bit more, but I was scared that Sylas and Camille would come down. So instead, I just farmed Raptors. I feel like I could have rotated for bot, but then I thought about it and I realized no R. But now I look at it, I think I definitely could have tried to rotate, but it's okay because Akali ends up getting a double kill there too. Sylas chooses to go in. He uses E, right? So as I was talking about earlier, we win the all-ins. So I just punish him for that mistake of Eing in. However, I also make a mistake. I think I should have taken the ult instead of letting him go with it, because I don't think I needed to use flash there. Or it could have saved me from using flash if I had just taken the R. I choose to stay because I realized I needed Executioner's Calling, and I also wanted to get a cloak, and that was the perfect amount of money. But then Camille shows up. I see her on the minimap. So it delays my back a tiny bit, but it's okay. I get Executioners and the cloak. Everything is fine. Blue ward. At this point, the game was still completely winnable. I think I was CSing fine. I was ahead of Sylas, but that doesn't really matter.
What must be done?
I feel like Sylas was looking top, so I tried to follow, but I failed to Q over the wall. So, or else it probably could have been a kill chance there. Now I choose to continuously shove in the wave because I never know when I might need to rotate. And I don't think Sylas would be trying to 1v1 me right now because he knows he loses.
The spirit realm is
And turns out Camille was doing Rift,
an inverse.
but there wasn't anything we could do. Here, I chose to walk up because I thought that Akali's turret was one shot, so I thought Camille would for sure go top, but she went mid. And the Herald doesn't even take out my turret.
The hunt. It never ends.
I come to help here and I think we kill Aatrox, but it wasn't enough because Fiddlesticks and I end up dying to Camille and Sylas here. It was unlucky because I predicted that she was juke up because it was kind of obvious that where she was going. If I had just queued to this direction here where my mouse is pointing, then I think it would have been okay. But unlucky, and I end up dying.
Ally has been slain. Double kill.
May your spirit find the peace.
An ally has been slain.
We skip forward a little bit.
Your turret has been destroyed.
At this point, it was kind of clear that we were losing really hard, and there was no way we can contest Drake. In fact, I believe we all die here and we FF soon. Yeah, so Akali TP's in, but then there were no opportunities. And then Kaylin ends up getting caught mid. So we have no choice but to give the Drake, and I'm not sure why, but we go in for a fight when we're already so behind, and we end up all dying here. Aatrox E's in, I R, because I'm desperate at this point, and none of it matters, we just lose. And pretty much just like that, we lost the game from just skirmishes to minor errors. And I think what's really important from these type of games is like, yes, team did not play their best, but at the same time, if you look at like the details of how I played, there were a lot of mistakes that were spotted out. So it's about like the tiny wins, and I think it's really important to look for those, because at the end of the day, we can't change how our teammates play. We can only improve ourselves to become better. And this is my first time doing something like this. So please let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.